Hey, what's going on, everyone? Evening YouTube. My name is Kevin Brown, but I'm gonna go by my soon to be trucking handle, smooth trucker 78. Just coming to you this evening. This is my first YouTube video, so bear with me, y'all. I know a lot of y'all been on here for a while, and I've been watching a lot of y'all and following a lot of y'all. Reason why I'm making this video, I just wanted to make my own little YouTube video, personal journey into trucking myself, and just some stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of y'all been hitting it right on the nose, but then there's a lot of YouTubers out here and a lot of videos I've seen that just kind of, I don't know, don't prepare the drivers and guys and gals that's getting into this industry, with everything they should know and about certain companies and what they should do, look forward to, and to starting off in this trucking game. So first of all, I'd like to thank God for everything. I know some of y'all might not believe in him or like that, but I gotta put it out there first. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if it wasn't for him. He'd saved me numerous times, blessing me. Just today waking up to see another day is a blessing, and I thank him for everything. What I'm saying, without him I'm nothing. With him I'm everything. He's blessed me now with this new career. 39 years old, about to get into this trucking game, and yeah, so first of all, I'd just like to say, for all y'all new drivers as myself, rookies in the game and getting out here started, me myself, little info on me, I've been in the trucking game now for about let's say 3.5, 4 months. I started out with a good company. I ain't gonna say a bad thing about it, because they actually took care of me good, y'all. It's called Roehl Transport. It's spelled Roehl, but it's pronounced rail, like the rail, like railroad or rail, rails. But yeah, they actually is a good company, and the only reason why I left, I just had personal issues and family stuff I had to come home to take care of while I was out there on the road, and according to the company policy, I didn't have enough time to be away that long. So unfortunately, I had to actually leave the company. I actually probably would have still be driving for them right now, honestly. They was a good company. They took care of me for the jump. Just to let y'all know, y'all people thinking about getting into the industry, and those that are looking to get their CDL and don't have the funds or can't go to technical school or college like that, which I believe is the best route if you have the money and can afford to go to a college vocational school, because you actually get the hands-on training and the time that you need to learn about these things. This is real serious business that we do out here. Trucking ain't no joke. It ain't for everybody. You have to focus, you have to apply yourself and put your mind, everything into it, because trust me, this driving will make or break you, if you let it. So, but not to discourage everybody, by all means, do your thing. But I'm just letting you know that if you're looking in the rail, they have a Get Your CDL program. It's about four weeks and 4.5 weeks now, because they added on. Unfortunately, y'all guys and gals coming in now, y'all gonna have to do both all set, the blind side and the driver side, straight line back, 90 degree alley dock, and the parallel park now. So they added a little bit more time onto the program. So it's like 4.5 weeks, almost 5 weeks now. But it's real good. It's excellent. I ain't had no complaints. They actually gave me a rental car, y'all. Like, most of these companies, like the new company that I'm finna to go out with now, I'm preparing to leave this weekend. I ain't gonna disclose their name just yet, because I want to fill them out and see, what's going on and see how everything is. But I'll let you know, it's not a company that you would probably think of offhand. It's actually kind of fell in my lap. It's kind of new company, so I'm actually taking a little gamble, but I'm putting it in the Lord's hand to go out here and see what these guys are talking about. But yeah, it ain't just definitely not the Swift. That I I heard and seen personally bad thing, about Swift drive. Don't get me wrong, not all Swift drivers, because there are some good drivers out there. Every company has a good, bad, and guys that shouldn't even, guys that shouldn't even be behind the wheel of a car, let alone 70,000, 80 feet, missile base, as I call it, because you definitely, you make one wrong move, one wrong mistake, you can kill somebody out here in these things that we drive each day. But yeah, it's not the Warner, it's not Prime, even though Prime almost had me. I ain't gonna lie, I had everything filled out. She was about to give me the confirmation number, the bus ticket and everything, but it just is out of company just a little bit. I don't know, just a little bit better in my hand. For one, I know for a fact they got 10 speeds, y'all. I'm sorry, man, not to clown nobody on the automatics, but don't get me wrong, it was actually kind of cool not to shift all the time because I drove automatic for Roehl. But to me, the main thing that I say that I don't dislike about the automatic is the takeoff speed gear and the backing, y'all. I mean, I tell you, it had me looking like a daggone rookie in when I was backing up. For real. Because y'all know, if anybody drove automatic, it was I had an automatic, it was a 16 Freightliner Cascadia, with the smart shift. And you got to give it the gas, you got to play with the gas, kind of like the clutch. That's how my trainer was explaining it to me. The gas pedal is now your clutch on those things. And I was trying, giving it a little gab or something. It seemed like it wants to jerk, and then it, you can't control it like, with the 10-speed with the clutch, you can control that clutch and slow it down, right with the clutch without even hitting the brake or the throttle. But on those, yeah, they're playing the gas and kind of backing up is a little tricky. And the one, his truck actually had a steering problem. He said he was trying to get maintenance to fix it, but like as you steering it, it starts like locking up and jerking like this, y'all. Like, I don't know, it was weird. And I'm just trying to do a simple 45-degree alley dot, which I'll kill that jump. It wasn't, I ain't saying I'm the greatest, because trust me, I'm still learning each day, and you always gonna learn, whether you driving 2 days, 3 months, or 20 years out here on the road. You learn something new about these CMVs every day. But yeah, I was just doing a simple 45, y'all. Set up right, came, had my drives right at the line, pulled up parallel, then pulled out, bam, backing up, and that sucker just wanted to act up on me. But I got it in there though. I had to do a couple pull-ups or whatnot, but I got it in there though. But yeah, so that's one plus for the company. They got 10 speeds, and they say they got automatics, but they're not really jumping on the automatic game to convert all their fleet over automatics. They're not old trucks. They said the oldest they got is a 15s, I think, but they're fading those out. But they got 16s, 17s, and also some new 18s, but that's mostly for the trainers. They want the trainers in the newest trucks, which understandable. I don't blame them, because they had to, they got to drive us, they got to get us in there, us trainees in there, in their truck, and his or her truck, and take it out. So they want them in the new technology and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and they of course, y'all know, it has all the other companies. They're paying for the bus ticket out there. Hotel's supposed to be okay. I'll find, I'll come back with more videos and all that. Like I said, how the whole trip from beginning to end. And orientation is 3 days. And since I'm already got experience now, they're bringing me in as an experienced driver, which is pretty cool, because even though I have experience, but I'm under 6 months, other companies still want me to go in as one company said, Prime said they want me advanced student, but I still got to go out with a trainer for like 6 weeks and pass. There's like a couple of different phases you got to pass. And it was another company, Stevens Transport. I don't know if you heard of those guys, but they do mostly reefer out of Dallas, Texas. Pretty good company, actually, from what I read on, and most of the drive. Every company has a good and a bad. You got to take the good from the bad most time. Pick your poison. But their equipment looked good. They was talking good game. But yeah, they the same thing. They got a training program. I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks, and they mostly run out of, like I said, out of Dallas, Texas. And yeah, you got to go through different phases before you come lead seat, then solo seat, and then Who else was it? Oh, CRST. They they was looking all right, but the only thing I didn't like about them was the team thing, y'all. They want you. They want you guy to team drive. Yeah, we ain't down with that. No offense to anybody that like the team and everything. I mean, to me, teaming is good for a couple reasons. If you got your significant other or your wife or your husband out here, or you got a good friend, a good partner you came through this, schooling with or something like that, that you're gonna be down with and stuff, and y'all can go out there on the road and make good money. I mean, they make a lot of miles because they don't stop. I mean, they run what is it, 10 on, 8 off, something like that. Even though you got your 11-hour clock and your 14-hour clock total, duty time. Y'all know the hours of service. But yeah, they drive like that. That's how they explain it to me. Like CSRT, that's what they want you to do. They want you to do 10 and 8. Basically, the truck is almost nonstop. You almost hardly ever stopping at the truck stop, or getting your full rest. Like when you're solo driver, you actually can get your full rest because you can pull over, do your 10, and actually get at least 6 to 7 hours in. Cause that's how I did it when I was out there. I try to get at least, ain't nobody getting that full 10 hours. I don't care who you are. You get off the road, you might say, oh man, I'm dog tired, cause it's driving, y'all know, we out here driving. It takes a toll, it wears you out. But you get that 10, but you depending on where you stop. If you're stopping at the shipper, you probably going to go ahead and stay in your truck, fix eat something, call your significant other or whatnot, do watch something, play Xbox, whatever you got in your truck. But then you're gonna try to hit that bed as soon as possible so you can be up, do your pre-trip and get the day started. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, that's one thing I learned too on the road. Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah. That's one of the main things, what I'm saying. I'm, also working on that too. Been exercising more, trying to get some of this weight down, especially getting back down that road. Got to get that down, cause keep that DOT health wise, and just being overall just generally healthy, y'all. Truck stops are starting to get a little healthier. I think, what is it, TA and maybe Pilot Flying J's. I can't remember. Some of the truck stop petrol maybe they starting to have little workout rooms in them, gyms, but you not like a little Bowflex or some kind of like multi-exercise machine and like some treadmills or like a stationary bike or whatnot. And that's good for you can get some kind of exercise in, because we're coming up on the winter time. I like to get out the truck and like walk around. That's why I park the farthest in the back I can, not just because there might not be an easier spot or something like that. I do that for myself for exercise, so I can walk all the way to the truck stop, try to get in these steps. I try to go minimum 10,000 steps a day, but I try to do at least more than that, maybe 15, try to do 20,000 steps a day. And it helps out, y'all, just and trying to do, more weight, weight training and stuff like that, resistance, and to interval training really helps out to burn calories. You're just doing like some kind of interval, like not no P90X or something like that, not that strenuous, but just getting a little interval training and keep your heart rate up, and that works out a lot. But yeah, so getting back to the trucking game, the trucking companies, what was that, Stevens or CSRT? Yeah, like I said, the team thing, like I said, I just don't down. I'd rather be solo. Say you can make more, but with my situation, like I said, I'm a person that like to be to herself anyway. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got to deal with. I mean, I'm a good person. I can deal with a lot, but when you're in that little confined space in them trucks, you got to, you in your sleeper, you in that confined space with another person. You got to adapt and deal with all their likes and dislikes, especially when you're not in your own truck. When you in like the trainer's truck or you in somebody else's truck, you're not the lead co-seat, you're not the driver, lead driver of the truck. You're the co-driver, and you got to deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'd just rather be solo, where I had an old truck to myself. I can set it up the way I want to. I can pull in and get get the sleep I need. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't burnt out on this road. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So, but yeah. So they called. I looked into them, and also being a veteran too. ex-military vet, and that's where I actually got into trucks and learned how to actually drive. I just drive trucks all across the country, Germany, Korea, you name it. Been all over Afghanistan, Iraq. Did 2 tours over there. So yeah, so trucking, getting into trucking is not as hard for me as others because I'm familiar with the trucks. I've been in them, I drove them, and now just getting back into the industry and seeing how the industry has changed over the years and get my CDL back and keeping it this time, because this is what I want to do, y'all. I mean, I'm very focused on it, very determined, and I will succeed in getting this thing done. Yeah, so. And oh my God, CR England almost had me on the hook, y'all. I know y'all about to say, oh, I'm glad you said, yeah, that's CR England. I looked into them. I said, no, I can't do that. They far. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess they got the good points. They've been around a long time. They've been around, 70 years, something. I don't know. They've been around a long time. But just the way, like I said, that 12-cent split mile team thing they do, Nah, I ain't feeling that at all. Nah. So I researched them good, and I was like, they almost had me. Actually, she had me on with the confirmation number, everything. And I told her, I was like, let me call you back. The recruiter, I ain't gonna say her name, but she was very nice. Don't get me wrong, but they try, like, and y'all gotta watch y'all too. Do your research, like me. I was kind of blind in it, but I'm glad I picked a good company with Roehl. But do your research first. Don't just jump into this thing because you like, oh man, I want to get out there, I want to make money, do this, drive truck. No, do your research, y'all. Put your, go on YouTube. And another thing I'm gonna warn y'all about YouTube videos. No offense to some of y'all that might take offense to this, but don't get caught up in watching everybody's YouTube video. There's so many YouTube truck videos out here, truckers out here that are going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the industry. And you just got to cipher through and pick what's good and take what's good that you need out of it, not the bad. For me, I watched a lot of them. I was filtered through a lot of them. Some of them were just straight up garbage. Some of them just complaining. A lot of truckers just complaining. I look at it this way, y'all. Getting into the industry, your first couple, I'm looking at this. This is how I'm looking at it. I'm new to the industry. Like I said, 4 months in, still rookie, still ain't got nothing underneath my belt yet. And no, I'm not gonna go out here and make a ton of money. No, I'm not gonna go out here and be the best driver just yet. All it takes time, takes experience. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta be willing to learn. You gotta be willing to put in the work too. You gotta be a go-getter with this industry. Trucking is a go-getter industry. You gotta get up, put the miles in, do the work in order for you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys get their false pretenses. They can go in and make a whole bunch of money and all this and that. But first of all, you got to have the right attitude. You can't go on and think, oh, I know what I'm doing and I'm going to do this and that. Just humble yourself. Learn from these guys and gals out here that already been through it or still going through it and got the experience. And they'll teach you a lot and they'll help you, do this thing. Shout out to my man, Guilty 718, you know what I'm saying? Not a YouTube trucker, but a trucker on YouTube, man. That's my guy right there, man. I like him a lot. Trucker Brown, fellow VA, man. That's my homeboy. I see you, you know what I'm saying? I follow you a lot. I watch a lot of your videos. Lady Pink, yeah. I've been down with you, girl. You've been, you've been doing your thing. I follow you too. Loshan, trucking with Loshan, you and Brown a trip, man, and now you're on your own, doing your thing. I follow you a lot. Who else? Trucker named Jay. It's a lot of y'all, a couple of y'all out there. Viking trucker. I can't remember them all, but shout out to all y'all. So y'all inspire me. I learned a lot. I learned what to expect and what not to do, and you know what I'm saying. I learned a lot, and hats off to you guys, flatbed gang, y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing out there. Not saying your boy, not saying the guy won't do it, but right now I'm gonna stick with the dry van. Maybe even reefer. Do that for a while, and already working on getting my tankers endorsement and hazmat. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I said might as well do it. The more the merrier, man, and get that, look up, what is it, Twit card, the thing to get on the porch. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, see what that's all about. But yeah, so like I said, back to the main point of the video is, like I said, Roehl company, good company. Like I said, they got me a rental car. They They rented that from the airport here, Richmond Airport. Drove all the way from Virginia to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, Conley is where the training center was at, and good instructor. I don't pin his name out. Gene Harrell, man. He helped the bro out a lot, man. He taught me a lot about trucks and got me through my CDL test. I tell you that 90 degree almost got your boy, but I passed first time go, one and done, y'all. When I did that 90 on my test, yeah, that was about that was back in early spring. Yeah, I did at Tennessee. They send you out to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you do your test out there, and it's weird because the 90 they got you on is like an incline. It's like so it messes you up a little bit because instead you going like, you know how you do the 90, you jack a little bit, and then you follow that thing and get the tractor back in front of the trailer, all hard left in it, and